Okay. I restarted Streamlabs OBS just in case, like, you can't change these things mid-stream, right? Right? So now there should be no more of this. I'm just sitting here, like, just wincing for the beep to happen. I don't want it to. It would make me so sad. Okay, OJ said something and there was no beep. Okay, I think we're good. I think we're good. Okay, so OJ and Hillhome, because you are both here, or you were at last check anyway. Just to let you both know, I did fix what was wrong with bit cheering. If you cheer 5 or more bits now, a notification will happen, and it will play your text-to-speech. So give it a try if you feel inclined. It will not be a waste of bits this time. I think we got rid of the beep. I think we did it, guys. All right.
Thanks for donating all those bits. It's kind of like Christmas in July.
No beeping?
Okay, so it plays the bit notification and then text-to-speech. That's so nice. That's not what I wanted, but whatever. You know, baby steps towards success. Right? I told it very specifically not to do that. Does it ever listen? No. Yeah, the sound volume is none. But I bet you it's in Streamlabs dashboard. Also, did anybody witness that epic level up? Got an HP, 4 aim, like 5 will. It was really nice. Okay, I'm gonna try to fix it one more time. And then I'm just gonna play video games, because that's literally why you guys are here. I hate when I try to fix stuff and it just gets worse. Yeah, it's currently telling me that the sound should not be played at all. You know, whatever. Whatever, man. Whatever, man. At least it's fixed. And it mostly works. We killed the chat beeping. That was starting to get old for me, too. as long as it wasn't just me. Last level up. This is the last time we'll ever have to level up a new soldier. Maybe. 433.62. 547 will. 64. So, at least this guy will never panic while he's dying. Very good. So I gotta name these 3 people. Does anybody in the chat have any suggestions on what I should name any of these people? Just say something. Anything. Type out words. And I will name these people those words. That's a promise. George of Lucas. I like that. Words. Glup Shido. Very good. All good suggestions. The first one was words. I like that. Just get all words in there. Very nice. Had exactly 3 suggestions. Can you suggest I try to be happy? One must imagine me happy. Now I have to kit these guys out. That's the downside of having 12 soldiers per mission, is you have to kit them out every single time. That's just no fun, is it? These guys are just going to be chucking mucho grenados. It's Spanish for many grenades. Don't look it up. Take my word for it, it's true. My cat mags are a laser sight. What a laser sight. So this person can see. We're just going to carry a lot of medkits into these abductions going forward because getting spammed by thin men is just not my ideal fun. I'm an idiot. I'm so stupid. Every day of my life, man. Just being dumb. How does Benjamin Dice Tran not have a name yet? Only real ones will get this. By real ones, I mean people who are real old. Bill Skins. I like it. Let's see. Do I have somebody who very clearly has not... Yeah, Katya Roadblock Dominguez. Ava Cheetah Gordon Orion. But none of my engineers have names. I guess 40 is not old enough. I feel like you were old enough to at least be a kid at the advent of Andrew Dice Clay. Ask your parents, they know. And he Jang. Why are these all guys that I have on this mission? Isn't that funny how OJ we would consider him way too inflammatory for the public sphere. Well, he was considered that way when we were kids, and now it's like, if you are a stand-up comedian who doesn't sound like that, nobody is going to watch anything that you do or say or anything like. So we'll bring Hill home. Always nice to have him along. By the way, this guy's name was Gun Lee. That's the name he came to me with. Not an exaggeration. Two snipers check. Gonna need some rockets. G-Rainbow Mix. G-Rainbow Mech, yeah. G-Rainbow Monk said to lug. I can't talk. G-Rainbow Monk said to level up my Rocketeers early. And he wants all my scouts to have strike rifle. What a cool idea. Just so awesome. I think I have all 8 classes represented, don't I? Engineer, Infantry, Gunner, Scout, Medic, Assault, Sniper, Rocketeer. Yep, all 8. Now it's just duplicates. Dare I bring another Rocketeer? Is it even a good idea? I think it's a stupid idea. I don't want to do it. I need to level up my medics to get them into officer territory. So we'll bring Sakan, even though she's not quite coming along the way we would hope. I'm gonna replace one of her medkits with a with a laser sight just so she can shoot her sword with power. Another gunner, maybe. We already got all the big booms on this mission. Another assault, another scout, maybe. I don't know, man. Do I look like I know what I'm doing? Have I ever seemed like that? If it has seemed like that to you, please let me know. because I want to know how I misled you so badly. Genuinely curious as to how that happened. Alright, this looks like a great team. Let's go. Yeah, isn't that a hell of a thing, OJ? It really is. You were preaching to the choir here. Lilu multipass? Oh yeah, big booms. Multipass. I did beat Long War, that's true. And it only took me like 170 tries. But yeah, that was his thing, right? Like,
we've gotten several
reports because at the time it was like, Christian wingnuts who were like the big like censors of everything. Like, you can't have sex and violence and drugs. Like, this is all, this is all against God's will, and therefore you have to like tailor your content to our standards. And now, like, it's the people who back then were, hippies, all about like free love and tolerance, that want to change what content looks like. It's just weird, man, how things can change like that. To be fair, those aren't great things. Sex, drugs, and violence. I will tell you this. I've been known to dabble in various amounts of all three of those. Sometimes the pool has been, like toe level dipping, and sometimes it's just been going straight into things like that. I can tell you at least one of those things is really great, and I like it a lot. But I'll leave it to you to guess which one that might be. We get our snipers set up here. No, there'll just be no sight lines to anything. What in the hell is wrong with you guys back there? I swear. You're gonna guess drugs. Oh, you got it. I love drugs. I am doing drugs all the time. I like to smoke a big marijuana, one whole weed. Believe it or not, I might be, outing myself as a prude or whatever, but I have never smoked marijuana or consumed a marijuana product for my entire life. And I won't say that it's because I just have a problem with that, because I don't. I just get drug tested for work, so I literally can't. Otherwise, I would. I don't know if I want to go out there and do that. This map is so small that, like, any little thing can hurt me. You love Fifth Element. Your dad hated it. He hated Bruce except for Die Hard. A weird hill to die on, but okay. Bruce Willis had a lot of very good movies. Sixth Sense and Unbreakable. Those were both more M. Night Shyamalan than Bruce Willis movies. Pulp Fiction, very good. He was in a movie called 16 Blocks in the mid-2000s that I really still enjoy to this day. I think it's just a great movie. And of course, The Fifth Element was very good. Better living through pharmaceuticals was a belief once upon a time, and that was before the hippies. Red, oh yeah, Red is a surprisingly good movie. Apparently they did a sequel, and that's not something I'm really interested in watching because it was kind of lukewarm from what people said. So anyway, I'm not moving past this wall on this first turn because this is a very small map and we can just get swarmed and destroyed very quickly. I need to get my snipers set up. Wasn't Bruce Willis also in Blind Date with Michael Keaton and what's her name? I'll take your word for it. Haven't seen it. He was in the whole 9 yards though, wasn't he? He was Jimmy the Tulip, the mobster, mob assassin. That was a great movie as well.
That's affirmative.
And kind of surprising that he can play a guy like that. He had range. Not a lot of it, but there was some. Yep, likewise, OJ. I'm in the same boat as you. Didn't hear good things, so I'll just, avoid it. Just pretend it doesn't exist. Did I move that? No. I was like, did I move that Rocketeer there? I absolutely did not. I wanted to steady up. Where's my other sniper? This is so stupid for an opening move, but I can't do anything to 24 aliens at once. You can't go that way, Gunley. I'm telling you right now. You gotta take the long way around all these guys.
Headed there now.
Thanks for donating all those bits. It's kind of like Christmas in July.
I'd feel home go for it.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I need to turn that sound off, and I don't know how. It's another wonderful wrinkle that Streamlabs OBS has done for me. It should just play text-to-speech. I will fix it. It'll be fixed by next stream, whenever that's going to be. But it works. That's like everything in my life. It's just various degrees of functional. You know, everything in my house only kind of works. All of my cars kind of work. My computer only kind of works. Built it myself. Still can't figure out what's causing it to crash like once a day. Because it's just once, you know? Oh, the meld is close. Which of the aliens are closer? Yeah, there they are. One less tile and I would have been okay there, but it's alright. We'll just, you know, make do with it. There's probably some aliens up there, it looks like. No need for rockets or anything yet. I would like to blow up that cover. It's just so weird. Like, sometimes your soldiers can throw a grenade over a wall, and sometimes they're just like, I don't know how to do this. What are you asking me for? I don't know what this is all about. See, this guy can do it. So we destroyed none of that cover, is that right? No, it's not right. We destroyed one of that cover. That'll work for me. That'll work for me.
We'll go.
Shame your soldiers can't bring shields or use objects to protect themselves. That'd be nice, right? It should be an option. I get that it's a video game, right? You can't always get what you want, but it's like... Is this non-destructible cover? That kind of blows. It's not glowing red like destructible cover would be. So maybe I'm getting angry that it's gone for no reason. Yes, before you ask, I have considered it might be a skill issue. Yes. Yes, indeed I have.
Righto, Commander.
Righto. And speaking of skill issue, there's a big one right there, right?
Non è più una minaccia.
Imagine if they could pick up dead bodies as meat shields, or just use a riot shield. That would change the game a little bit, wouldn't it?
Heading out. Ben.
I can't look over this big alien thing.
Heading there now.
Just stupid. Just dumb. Just real stupid.
The devil.
Engineers can make sandbag walls? Yeah, that would be sick, wouldn't it? I wish that, you know, mechs could do that, right? Because I was playing on regular Long War, you know, Classic, and if you leave a mech out in the open and there's like a whole pod of enemies, it'll get shredded almost instantly. And there's nothing you can do about it. Even if you use the thingy that is supposed to help you. Oh, I thought I had an open line on that guy. I didn't. I was just dumb. Story of my life, man, right? Nope.
Can't kill him if you don't hit him.
Yeah, you're right. What are you gonna do about it, huh? Change has to come from within. It's gonna count for anything at all. We should be covered with enough Overwatches. But what if we're not? Can't get a flashbang though. You know. We can't get an AP over there. Did I see your previous message? Isn't there a stream tomorrow? Yes! Yes, there is a stream tomorrow. We're gonna play Repo. I don't like that there's two of these guys here. I really don't. And if you too are interested in playing Repo, just one I can deal with. If you two would like to play Repo, it's open. Come on in. Hey, I saw the hidden meld. It's very secret, very hidden.
Aye, aye, Commander. We've got eyes on the AO.
Just said there were aliens there. Where'd they go? Aliens, where'd you go? Where'd you go? Oh, that's a lot of drones. A lot of heckin' drone arenas. What are we gonna do about it, huh? Just a lot of them. Well, if anybody's ever taught me one thing about Long War, it is this. That is what you should do to drones. If I don't have my settings fixed by then, Hyper, what are you gonna do about it? Man, I can't wait until my snipers can hit stuff with guns. It's gonna be so cool. Yeah! Get him, gunman. You show him. Show him who's boss. Really give him the business there.
Got it covered.
This is just such a bad place to start on this map.
Yes, man.
Can't really get anybody anywhere to do
I'm on the
anything.
move.
I love the other corner. That's so much fun to start from there. We just need to start moving towards that meld. It'd be good to get. It seems attainable. Vaguely attainable. Bunch of Overwatches against drones that we're gonna miss. %, really? That's an impressive, like, failure rate. See, those drones are afraid of the shotgun over. You're kidding me, from heavy cover. A drone beam. And it did 3 damage, too. Yeah. What? That's insanity! Tell me you guys are watching this. Unbelievable. You would never leave, Hyper. You need us. What's up, Jampley? How you doing, buddy? OJ, are you afraid I'm going to evac that one soldier? It is the kind of thing I would do, yeah. It is absolutely the kind of thing I would do. So luckily, this guy had 8 health at this stage in the game. We're very grateful for that, right? It would have been a total massacre otherwise. He got hit with a 32% drone beam and a 12% drone beam. Sometimes the game doesn't want you to win. I forgot that one was Overwatch. That's on me. I did that. Called your bluff? You know I did. You know I did. Okay, how are we going to tackle this? Well, blowing that out would be real helpful to the cause, wouldn't it? I say we start there and work our way back, you know? Couldn't get both doors, could we? No. Too much to ask, sadly. Sad.
Moving out.
Come on, you gotta kill the drone. You're not gonna make officer if you're shooting wimpy, terrible shots like that. Wait, and that wall still wasn't even blown up? You know, disgusting. 68% chance miss. Disgusting. But I don't have enough words to express how disgusted it makes me. Don't both of you guys have the thing that makes you shoot flying things better? No, I guess not. Okay. That answers my question now, doesn't it? 2 damage. Gotta upgrade to a higher caliber. The other problem is there is a second floater to contend with. I don't want to, but I got to. Sometimes there's just things a man has to do.
Rockets away. Check your position. Rocket off course.
Yeah, it was a little off course, but whatever. We'll make it work with the tools we've been given. I need you to shoot this one into the air. Oh, you can't shoot over the wall? Is it because you're stupid? You can tell me. Is it because you are terminally dumb? That's the way things are. Not much we can do then, is there? I'm scared of these 2 cover points because there is another floater out there we can't see.
Position confirmed.
It just sucks in the early game. Without laser weapons, you can't hit anything. You can't do anything. This drone has 56% chance to hit and 5 health. You get 5 health as a drone. We'll run that one by. Or maybe not 5. Yeah, 5 health. Where'd that drone get 5 health? That's just a ton, man. It's just a lot. Maybe it's not that much. Maybe I was being too harsh. I don't know if I want to go that far. I really don't want to go that far. It just seems like a mistake. Right here is fine. Okay, I'd like to shoot that last one out of the air.
Already there.
I think we're increasingly running out of options, aren't we? It's a good news, bad news situation. The good news is one AP grenade will be easy. Nice shot! Yeah.
Shot wide.
Almost blew some wind by him. Almost.
Ловите подарочек.
Sorry, I've been missing the chat. I was kind of locked in. Doing well, Jamply. You're just doing some code commissions. Nice. You make good money off of that. Coding is one of those skills I always wish that I had because it's just, you know, everybody's gonna need a coder for something. It's not something that's ever gonna go away. It was not an epic shot, but it still kind of worked. I'm assuming you're talking about the rocket that went off course, OJ? Yeah, I'm fine with what it did. Just roll well, Kale. Not sure what we're rolling. But that's because I wasn't paying attention to you the moment you said it, which I should have been doing. I'm sorry. OJ, you don't think you're going to survive life? It does have a 100% mortality rate thus far.
Do something. I'm pinned down.
You're suppressed? That sucks, but we need to get to that meld, so... we need to learn to live with it. We all have things happen to us in life that we don't like. Sometimes you get suppressed. There you go, Tammy. Nice shot. Good old Tammy bundle balls. Alright. Let's hit that motion tracker and see what we're doing.
Roger that.
That path to the meld looks suspiciously clear.
That's affirmative.
Oh, it is. Okay. Well, good for us. That is certainly not something I'm going to complain about. Getting that meld.
Already there.
You always assume meld is a trap? Yeah, it's weird. Sometimes meld just seems really heavily guarded, and it seems like the aliens know where it is and want to stop you from getting it. And sometimes it just seems like they really don't care. Making more money than you were last week, meaning more than 0. Nice. Friend commissioned you to work on his RPG. What kind of RPG? Sell me on it. Sell me on this RPG. Convince me to invest. I'm in the Shark Tank right now.
Roger that. Come on, Mac. You'll be right.
Also, you can always earn money if your current amount is 0. Editing videos for the Mega Team Up stream. I'm willing to pay actual money. An amount of it, to be sure.
Roger that.
So if you or someone you know has video editing skills, get it. Alright, no sense in using the motion tracker. We're going here anyway, right? And I think we're gonna just slide out of this line of sight here as soon as we can. This is always a great place to have your snipers. Oh, give me a break.
Finendo le munizioni.
I swear, if in the early game all the aliens ever fielded was drones and seekers, the aliens would wipe XCOM off the face of the earth, like, more quickly than anyone would ever believe. They would just win the war handily.
No longer a threat.
That's affirmative.
Enough, Danny.
Yeah, if you can find a video person, let me know what they would charge. That part is important. Because I really don't have a lot of money, but I'd be willing to pay something. And I'd be willing to get what I paid for, too, you know? Excuse me, what do you mean squad sight? Who is that in sight of? Who sees that? Blup Shido somehow sees this guy. Man, you got those eyes. That's insane. How does that line of sight work? You're gonna take one shot and then you're gonna get back out of that line of sight, I think. You tried your best. That's all Jesus asked of you. RPG is a Dragon Quest style game, but faster paced. You have a first person perspective in fighting. Played many of those in my time. First person dungeon crawler, old school RPGs. I played Shining in the Darkness a while back. It's not something I'd recommend anybody ever do. You remember the first time you played Vanilla Impossible, you got overrun by sectoids on the first mission after the intro mission. You know, for me, regular Long War, OJ, it was just the first terror mission. I couldn't finish it. I was like, this is it. I'll just never, you know, I'll never finish Long War. I can't even get past this terror mission. This sucks. Once I got over that stumbling block, there was just 100 more stumbling blocks to go. Excuse me, you have a line of sight? Since when? Can everybody please stop seeing that seeker?
Roger, Dodger.
Stop looking at it! Just pretend it doesn't exist, please. We've already got the melt, so there's no point in being cavalier about this. Oh, excuse me, sorry. But Shining in the Darkness or playing the game, I would not recommend anybody ever play Shining in the Darkness. It's awful. It's really terrible. See, I got this thing about me, OJ. My closest friends know. Streamer X knows. He was here, he'd tell you. I am very anal retentive about consuming media in a series for which I have not consumed the like previous entries in the series. And Shining Force was an RPG I always wanted to play because I knew that it had influences on, or rather was influenced by, Fire Emblem, which I really like. And also because I wanted to play Shining Soul because it was developed by Camelot and looked a lot like Golden Sun. And seeing as we only got 3 of those games and only 2 of them were any good, I was like, I'll just play anything that even remotely looks like or resembles Golden Sun. So I was like, well, the first thing I gotta do is play the first game in the series, which is Shining in the Darkness. And that was a mistake. You have to draw a map. You have to draw. How do people do that? Like, you know, we're always talking about today's kids, right, and how they have it easy. But I'm sorry, if it was me back in the 90s and you sat me down in front of my Sega Genesis, which I had, okay? You sat me down in front of my Sega Genesis and said, here's your brand new game, and because, you know, I grew up poor and because that's how it was at the time, like, this is the only video game you're going to get till, like, your birthday. It's going to be, like, 6 months, right? Let's assume it's Christmas. I got Shining in the Darkness for Christmas, right? So it's going to be at least until April. The end of April, before I get another video game that isn't Sonic the Hedgehog, which came with it, right? So you sit me in front of Shining in the Darkness and you're like, here you go. Here's your new video game. Isn't this going to be fun? And the moment I sit there and play, I can see, like, you know, 6 or 7-year-old me, like the frown just growing bigger and bigger as he realizes I'm never going to remember where to go or what to do. This is terrible. I can't reconcile with this. And then, like, I would have called my dad because he was the smartest guy I knew, and he always helped with the hard parts in video games. And he'd be like, well, Kyle, you need to take notes and draw a map. And I'd be like, but that's boring. Maybe then I would have played outside and, you know, had a better personal development than I have now. Maybe that would have been a good thing. I don't know. You anal retentive, I can see that. The amount of things I am anal retentive about would blow your mind. because it's a lot more than you get to see on the stream. But yeah, it's weird. Like, you know, if somebody goes and suggests, like, hey, we should go see, you know, this movie, which is like the sequel to another movie, you know, I'd be like, I got to see the first one. I can't do anything with this, right? It's just a weird thing about me. It's not something I can describe. And it'll be that way forever. So I have played a lot of old, bad video games. A lot of them. A lot of video games I would never recommend it. And, you know, and speaking of playing video games, I should play this one. You know what? I might run this Overwatch and then shoot the hollow targeting shot. Who likes that idea? Who in this room likes that idea? Thank you, G Rainbow Monk. I appreciate it. Case in point, what is case in point, actually? Lost my train of thought. Whatever I was going to say was going to suck anyway, so. Guarantee you it would have been terrible. Oh, no, case in point, DOS XCOM, right? I have played every XCOM game. Even the terrible ones from the late 90s. Minus, okay? Played and beaten every XCOM game. Minus, what was it called? Like, XCOM Interceptor, the one where you're the fighter jet. And also the terrible first-person shooter one where you are a, like, walking mech. I excluded myself from those, right? Before I even touched Enemy Unknown, I finished DOS XCOM and Terror from the Deep, and that weird one where, like, the world governments break down and everybody's like a city-state. Enforcer, yeah. Yeah, OJ, to that point, kids don't know how good they have it nowadays. They just give you video games for free. You can just log on and play Fortnite. It's unreal to me, right? There was no such thing as a free video game when I was growing up. You can get a free video game on a console. Free! Paying nothing. You don't even have to borrow mom's credit card. It's crazy. These modern times, man. Nice shot, Gunley. Very well done. I'm proud of you.
Haven't talked it yet, man.
Apocalypse. Yes, yes. Yeah, the original XCOMs were on DOS, Piper, and depending on who you ask, they hold up. To me, you know, because I played it very late into my, like, gaming development. I was in my early 20s, just out of college, and I remember being impressed at the time with the level of depth and complexity of a DOS game at that time. Like, just sheerly in terms of the amount of things that were going on. It's still impressive to this day. The original XCOM does things that, you know, not a lot of other video games do.
10-4.
Like, every little thing matters, and it's insane that they managed to cram everything they did into such little space. Megabytes. You know? Rock and roll McDonald's. I love that song. So many free and quote-unquote free games. Yeah, you know? Jampley, my brother loves playing Counter-Strike, and he spends, like, $50 a week on opening cases. And not too long ago, like a couple months ago, he ends up pulling this $600 pair of gloves. It's worth $600 in real money. And you can go to places that facilitate the trade of these things, and you can sell them for money. And I'm like, dude, like, oh, hello. I'm like, dude, you have a token worth $600. You have a $600 casino chip. Go to the counter and cash that out. You need to get that money. That should be your money, and you should have that. Oh, really nice Overwatches, by the way. He's like, no, I like playing Counter-Strike, so if I like the game, then I'm gonna play with the thing that I like. And I'm like, dude, like, you are so far in the red with with every cent you have spent on this game, like, wouldn't $600 in your pocket, like, get you everything back? And then he was like, no, I'd still be really deep. And I'm like, well, don't you want to try? Don't you want to try to get out? You know? So at this point, his Steam inventory is worth over $1,000. And he just sits there with pictures of guns and gloves. Maybe it makes me old to not get why he's doing this. Does it? If it does, I accept it. I'm old, okay? It is what it is. But if I had a picture worth $600, I would give that to the first person who would give me $600 in straight cash. It's a steal. I don't know, man. Somebody make it make sense. If that's what you're about, then fair play, right? More power to you. But I don't get it. Oh. So I'm just sitting here like, why can't I move here, right? Can anybody in chat guess why I can't move to this space? Does anybody know? Because this is one of the things about XCOM it took me a while to learn. Does anybody know why we can't move here? I'm not going to spoil it for you if you don't know. You want to talk about how much you spent to get cars in Rocket League? Yeah, so, like, cars in Rocket League, it's like, you're paying money and you get the skin, right? You wanted that car. You paid the amount of money it was worth and you got it. In Counter-Strike, Hellhome, you have no guarantee about any of that. Right? You just sit there, you spin the reel forever. And you might get something that's only worth a few cents. And it's $5 down the drain. It's OJ Pete with the obvious correct guess. Yes, either there's an invisible enemy there, which is the correct guess, or the class of soldiers locked out of it. No, not correct. So, there is one seeker left. Oh, they did? Then Hillhome, I can't excuse your behavior. I'm so sorry, but you have to go. No, I'm messing with you. Okay, so I need to... Yeah, I gotta do something like this. Oh, hey! Look who's coming to dinner! We just kind of stumbled on that one, didn't we? I'll take it. Did I ever play those horrible Mega Man DOS games? So I recently watched a YouTuber that I really like play through the entirety of Mega Man on DOS. It looked like it looked awful. It's kind of crazy that in the late 80s their consoles were just outclassing personal computers in terms of games. But I did have like almost every Mega Man that was released for the Game Boy, which some people do argue were equally as terrible. And I loved each and every one of them. Really did. Enjoyed all of those. We need to spread the experience around here, don't we? So, Khan, you have terrible aim. See if you can get the kill here. There you go.
Commander, the operation
Oh, that was all?
was a success.
We got the second meld canister? Yes, according to plan, of course. That was all what I intended, and I completed the mission to perfection. Yes, you all got to see that XCOM masterclass, and moreover, I'm thrilled for you that you got to see that. I was not expecting. I was expecting only 14 aliens. Certainly not somewhere in the 20s. Yes, Hyper, I did, when I watched that YouTuber play it, I did learn. One guy made Mega Man for DOS. And I don't even want to call it a port, because it definitely is not a port. Thankfully, we've never seen those robot masters again. from the DOS version. Alright, we got a promotion for the Dice Man. Almost always going to be Field Surgeon, especially because Field Surgeon's been buffed in Strongmore, according to G Rainbow Monk. Gotta go. You posted that you're looking for a video editor in my Discord. Thanks, Jampley. I appreciate it. If you find a candidate, let me know. Preferably somebody who just loves editing videos because they're passionate about it, you know? And don't care all that much that I'm poor. You have a good one, too. It was common for games to be made by 1 or 2 people back in the day. Yeah, you know, to a point, Kayla Rishatal. To a point. Like, you know, I think DOS Mega Man came out in, like, 92, which was, like, Wolfenstein came out then. There was a team behind that, right? 444.68. 455.70? Well, you know, you didn't get the aim, Dice Man, but you are going to be one hell of a Psy Soldier. Goodness gracious. You tried playing the first Mega Man DOS, you couldn't get past the damn dog. Played on DOSBox, turn the processor speed down real low, and, you know, just use save states. They exist on DOSBox. There's no shame in that. Nobody should be ashamed of save states. Nobody. What does the shotgun say on it? I've leaned in, but I can't read that. I can't read any of the words, and there's a bunch of them. That's a shame. Oh, no, on second thought, I think it says Ace of Spades. Alright, if you don't take Close Combat Specialist, you're stupid, so... But Hilhelm is like my only good assault. He ended up with 70 aim somehow. 432.70, 436.75. You're gonna have to take the shotgun out of your hands here shortly. Need something better. Alright, Gunman. I want to see you shining here. 427.79, 434.82. 3 aim is not as much as I would have hoped for you. Merkdalot has a chance to redeem himself here. 537.66. 543.68. Okay, no redemption today. But Sakan's gonna get that big aim. Big aim. 549.63. 658.68. Very nice, Sakan. We will make an officer out of you yet. Got a bunch of nice stuff out of that. Can't complain. Have to do another mission before we buy another plane, though. I need to look up the base that G Rainbow Monk told me to build. Why can't I look up posts by a user? Problem with that, huh? It's amazing that I haven't, you know, saved this by now. Oh, good lord. Today'll be the day that I do it. I promise. That way I won't have to go back in the Discord and do what it is I'm doing right now every single time. Okay. Save image. I am looking at the base I'm supposed to build. Repair Bay Foundry Workshop. Officer Training School is supposed to be on the 3rd floor. So we can, at this point, build an access lift, and we're probably going to want that, right? But, you know, I don't know why I'm going to look at requests to do. just need $20. One of your other friends loves Mega Man DOS. You go back and forth because he hates Mega Man Soccer. That was a weird game. I never understood why all the teams were made up of the same guy. You know, repeated. How does he love Mega Man DOS? Did he just grow up with it? I couldn't even see liking that game if it was the only game I had to play. Not me. Oh, 12 melt for 2 scientists? I'm not really supposed to be giving it away. But we have the France bonus for a reason, don't we? We can't really refuse to do requests that we can fulfill. $90 for 12 melt. Boy, that's rough. What does it normally sell for? Well, I can check. I don't have to do it right away. Melt normally sells for $4 a piece, and they want to pay $90 for 12. Ordinarily, I would get... Oh man, math is hard. 40 and then times 2 is 8. Normally I get 48. I can't just tap the button 12 times. Yeah. It is almost double the price. $90 whole dollars. God, it's such an intriguing prospect. $90. I'm gonna do it. G Rainbow Monk has told me before not to sell melt, but what a price! $90 back in the bank, just like that. That Exalt is probably going to take from me immediately. Wouldn't that be funny? Used to play the shit out of Mega Man Soccer? Yeah. I mean, sports games were like that. When you had like a friend that came over, there were very few, you know, very few games that you could play like where you didn't have to commit a lot of time to it. So, for me, it was NHL 94 on the Genesis. Classic, man. Just the best. Oh boy. Alright, we gotta shoot this thing down. Wish us luck. We got 4 chances to do it. Very good amount of chances.
Enemy is padlocked.
Well, we have to shoot it to half health. There's a difference.
No joy here.
Oop, yeah, we would have just been turned into goo. Not as fun because you don't have anybody to play it with anymore. I'm sure there's a thriving Mega Man Soccer internet community out there that would love to play an online match with you.
Disengaging.
No! What are we do? Oh my god. I have no idea what stance this interceptor has launched in.
Bangs out.
I'm telling you, Strong War has broken the interception glitch. Interceptor sustained light damage in the encounter. Is the light damage in the room with us right now? Can somebody take a screenshot here and tell me where the light damage is? Anybody see the light damage? Anybody? No, don't worry, I'll wait. It just makes me sad. Because now that plane's going to be out for how long? 6 days. When it could be out for none days. Like I said, some things about this game just make me physically ill. That's one of them. That UFO knows it didn't hit me. Knows. Yeah, that's what I'm saying, Hyper. Like the entire team is Mega Man. Just 11 Mega Men on the pitch. At least we get all this sweet UFO loot. There's going to be lots of nice things to get here. Off of this fighter. Off of this very small fighter. We all know it. Okay, we gotta send medics to get leveled up. Ugh. Ugh! We send roast beef? Maybe not. We have guys real far down the bottom of the list who need to get elevated. Just a million assaults who are terrible. Look at this guy. 59 aim. Maybe he just ends up getting left out of missions, you know? For his own health. Hey, there's Hyper Mega Man. Let's send him along. I need a good infantry. Let's leave McDykel. Why not? Love that name. One of my favorites. By far. Do we have rockets? Need engineers. After bid, we got enough of them. Now we do. We didn't before. Not starting out the stream. Did we send a gunner? No, we should. Exhibition mode. Hyper. Yeah, my brother and I, we played a lot of one of the FIFA games on Sega Genesis from that time, because we found out if you disable red cards, you can like physically attack your opponent's players and push them down, and it makes the game so much more fun. Highly recommend it if you've never tried it. For some reason, the Sega Genesis FIFA games had a dedicated dirty shove button. Which I guarantee you the modern ones do not have. What are we missing here? What do I not have? We got medic, sniper, assault, scout, rocketeer, infantry, engineer, gunner. No, we're not missing anything. Okay. That's good. It's good to not be missing. We'll bring 2 assaults. There is going to be an outsider in there, so why not? Why the hell not? You know? Not exhibition. Well, hell, I don't know. I am not the world's foremost Mega Man soccer expert. And I never pretended I was, furthermore. Don't ever accuse me. Oh wait, I forgot. My scout's supposed to have a strike rifle. The concept is, it causes me physical revulsion. Isn't that enough? Isn't that enough for you? It's okay, I love you guys. Everybody in chat, I love you all. Nothing but love from me. Tournament and league. Very good.
Strike 1. Prepare for landing.
We're heading
Nowadays,
into
I just play a
China
lot
for
of
the
Football
next
Manager.
operation.
The video
downed
game.
UFO is in a densely populated urban area.
The funny thing about Football Manager is I don't know anything about soccer. Really don't. It is the most beloved sport that I know the least about. I barely know anything about it, but I can't get enough of, like, how fun the game is.
This is Big Sky. We're just north of the crash site.
Oh, man. This is my least favorite UFO crash
Monitor
map.
readings from here. Strike 1 is authorized to assault.
I've lost more soldiers on this map than most others. Oh, this is gonna... It looks like the game's gonna hand me some meld right away, and that's kind of nice. 2, 3, 4. Remember, 4 tiles only. Oh, hello, friends. There's a lot of friends over that way.
Heading there now.
I think there is no meld over here. But how to know for sure? Is there really a way? You don't get sports games unless you get special powers like Mario Baseball? Yeah, there's nothing wrong with that. But I like sports games that have RPG elements. Way back when I had, you know, when I could do nothing else but play the Game Boy Color, I loved Mario Golf. Developed by Camelot, the same people who made Golden Sun, by the way.
Position confirmed.
Moving to position.
I just, wow, that guy's voice line is jarringly close to the microphone. Anyway, Mario Golf was so much fun because, like, the more you played, the more your character leveled up and got better at golf in certain areas. You could build him out the way you wanted, get custom clubs. It was fun. Mario Tennis was super fun on the Game Boy Color for the same reason. And Camelot made those same games for the Nintendo 64 without RPG elements, which is weird. I was just addicted to that style of it. So nowadays, I'll play a lot of Madden and Football Manager because you can develop and level up the members of your team with experience points, you know? It doesn't quite work that way in Football Manager, but you get what I'm driving at. That part of it is very fun. Madden has an XP system where, like, the more stuff you do with a player, the better you can make him. You can gain experience points. It's cool. I love sports RPGs. I love sports games with RPG elements. Makes me happy.
Moving.
Meld Bros, I'm starting to feel like there's no meld over there.
Roger that.
Moving out.
Hot Shots Golf was your favorite? In terms of
I'm on it, Commander.
those golf games at the time, Hillhome, I thought Hot Shots was better than the N64 entries for Mario Golf. I really did. Because there was progression and things to unlock. You unlock the better golfers, the different kinds of clubs. The only thing that sucked about Hot Shots Golf at that time is there was like 5 courses. So they just got old. But I loved all the little voice sparks that, like, everybody would say when you hit the ball. To this day, it's just the best stuff. Hot Shots Golf for the PlayStation 2 is legendary. Great game. Still around. It's a franchise that's still around. It might surprise you. And still receiving entries to this day. Although now they call it Everybody's Golf, because that's what it was called in Japan, and they just dropped the pretense of the Hot Shots name.
On it.
Moving out.
So if you miss Hot Shots, I got good news for you. It never went away. Still around. Hot Shots Golf 4. Oh, yeah.
Heading to that location.
Oh, yeah. They were all good.
Got it covered. That's affirmative.
Golf is not an easy game to make fun. Especially in a video game. Nobody wants to sit there and be patient. They want to have fun with it. You really wish that Sony would release the old ones on Steam. Yeah, sadly, I don't think we're ever going to get that, but I'm done with this expedition. This is a stupid idea, by the way.
I'm on the move.
I know that Sony would release them on the PlayStation for, you know, lots and lots of money.
On my way.
You hear that?
Sadly, there just don't seem to be a lot of fun golf games being made these days.
A la orden, comandante.
We got a Mario Golf on the Switch, but it was, you know, no RPG elements, by the way.
Me dirijo allí.
Those aliens that were here, they stopped being there. That's interesting.
Affirmative. That's affirmative.
Headed there now.
And it double sucks for a guy like me who wants to see Golden Sun come back, because now Camelot has been shoved into the Mario Sports dungeon, never to be allowed to see sunlight again. And they're not even making Mario Sports good.
Understood. Moving out.
So what's the point now?
Roger, Dodger.
Blind Bandit, why are you all the way back here?
Got it. Moving.
But yeah, the old Hot Shots golf games, Hill Home with some net play. I'd give that a rip, you know, Hot Shots Golf Legacy Collection. Okay, enemies have gone off in that direction. I'm assuming if there's any more meld canisters. Yeah, there are. It says it's recoverable, so... assuming that they too are in that direction.
A la orden, comandante.
Oh, no, we just walked into it there, didn't we?
Enemigos localizados.
Yep. Thin men just hanging out on top of the ship. Having a barbecue. It's been a while since I've had a proper barbecue. When was the last time any of you guys had a nice backyard barbecue?
Bien.
I have a barbecue grill in my backyard. I haven't used it for years.
I'm on the move.
I should. So I do go camping a bit. And, you know, I use a camp grill, which is very much like a barbecue. So I guess the last time I went barbecuing was like 3 weeks ago, if you really want to get, like, you know, get into the deep semantics of it. When I was a kid, my dad loved using the barbecue in our backyard.
Position confirmed.
It was always at that thing. It was always a special occasion in our house because we were poor, where we got to have steak. My parents also always were, you know, like super excited because, like, it's steak night, Kyle. You got to be excited for steak night. And
Got it. Moving.
my dad, I love him. I love the man. He is the smartest person I know. And without him, I'd be nothing. All of that to say, he would cook the bejesus out of whatever steaks it were we were buying as a poor family. And I hated steak as a kid because it was always impossible to eat. Everything was cooked like a shoe. It wasn't until I was way older that I learned that, like, steak is really good if you just cook it a little on both sides at a high temperature. And my father has since, I think, overcome, you know, that line of thinking. Because they grew up in the 70s, right? where every food could kill you if you didn't overcook the ever loving crap out of it. You know, like if you did not make your chicken black as charcoal when you cooked it, it was gonna kill you. You were gonna get salmonella out of it, right? The 70s was a different time. It really was. Oh, hold on a moment. Things going on my phone. You guys know how it is, right? When there's things going on. You guys just ever have things going on? I'm asking the introspective questions in life, right? When was the last time you had a backyard barbecue? When was the last time you had things going on? Right, I'm done individually clicking this. Hey, no wonder you missed that shot. Put it directly into the concrete and rebar. Since when did drones get 5 health? This has got to be a Strong War thing. A 5 health drone in the second month is inconceivable to me. It'd be a crime. Illegal. You know, you usually don't have things going on. You try to live a simple life. I've tried. I tried to live a simple life. I tried very hard. My whole goal in life was just to live alone in a 1-bedroom apartment that had, like, nothing in it, right? That's what I wanted to do. A couch and a TV, a bed and a desk. That's the life I wanted for myself. Now I've got a house out on the country on an acre of property, a wife, 4 dogs, cat. I have more cars than I should have. I own a lot of cars. Too many cars, in fact. I own a great number of cars. And they're all pieces of shit, okay? I'm not saying that, you know, I sit here and I've got 5 Lambos. Far from it, in fact. Very far from that. But I just have an inordinate amount of shit in my life that I never planned on having. I'm not going to say didn't want. Maker, that's a lot of mowing? Yeah, you're telling me, OJ. It really is. Because I had HAD, right? A ride-on lawnmower. And it got a rock in its engine intake literally last weekend. On Sunday when I was mowing the lawn, it went through the engine and it blew that fucker up. Excuse my French. But it is so gone. That engine will never turn again. And now I'm up shit creek. I do have a regular, you know, walk behind push gas mower, but dear Lord, we're talking hours of mowing. It's not going to be a good time. And I'm not sure I've quite got the money right now to replace my shitty 80s Craftsman ride-on mower. Not quite. Take a car engine and put it in your lawnmower. What an intriguing prospect. Just take one of the engines out of my shitmobiles and put it on that bitch. Yeah, I like that. OJ, you're a smart guy. Anybody ever tell you that? Very intelligent man. You've got a, you know, what's the word? Object permanence? You remember the one thing I told you, and then you apply it to the next thing that I told you. That's next level stuff. I can't get that, like, out of my coworkers. I have a supervisory job. One of the things I told my subordinates to do. No, I didn't want to do that. That's stupid. It's why I aim shallow on purpose, by the way, in case anybody tries to call me out on that. One of the things I told him to do was, like, we have a form that we use to do, like, a certain thing. And I was like, listen, man, like, I've done this form 1,000,000 times. Like, this form was written for a completely different thing to do. You can adapt it to doing what you're doing, just change the names and dates. And I gave the guy the form, and he comes out with, like, this bullshit that he wrote that is not even close to what it is you're supposed to be doing with the thing that I gave him. This sounds so boring and stupid because I can't tell you what my real life job is. It would make so much more sense if you guys knew. I'm sorry. Kyle complained about forums to a coworker. Having internet issues again? Just thinking of me mowing my lawnmower at 70 miles per hour. That's it. I live in the southeastern United States, my friend. Okay, that's the way life was supposed to be lived. Raise hell and praise Dale. If I could do what you're describing, I would. Yes, he was filling out an application for a license to kill, OJ. That's what it was. We're gonna hold what we got here, I think. Though it will smoke up. Bobby Boucher would mow his lawn at 70 miles per hour for real while knocking out Colonel Sanders. Now you're thinking of Happy Gilmore. Or am I thinking of Happy Gilmore when I should be thinking of Bobby Boucher? Asking life's tough questions. Loving his mama. And Bobby Boucher definitely loved his mama. He did not, in fact, get that foosball out of her house, though. Despite her asking. She did ask. I know, Hillholm, I know very well, thank you. Thank you. Hillholm, you're an old head like me, right? Have you seen the movie One Crazy Summer? John Cusack? Fantastic film, by the way. Severely underrated. Well, you would know specifically because there's a part in One Crazy Summer where they have to join a like a sailboat regatta, but the last part of the regatta you get to complete under motor power, and like the main villain in the movie, it's a movie about high school kids. The main villain in the movie is a jock, and they cut the engine out of his Corvette and put it in the boat. That's that's what I'm thinking of. Great scene, great movie. Listen, you guys are only as old as you feel, okay? How old do you feel you are? Before anybody says any shit either, I don't treat it that way, alright? If you are 18 years or older, you are as old as you feel. How about that? So let's put it that way. I'm not even trying to get into that bullshit, man. If I have said it once, I've said it again. People who are attracted to minors are the scum of the earth. They deserve to have things happen to them. I'm not going to say any more than that, man. Get banned off of Twitch, you know? Nice shot. Real good rocket there. Wonderful. You have a memorial. You feel 80. Well, then you are 80. OJ Pete, you feel 140. Can you tell me what that feels like? 85, very nice. I have a memorial tomorrow for someone under 1 year old. That blows, dude. I'm so sorry. Wait, is that under your official capacity? I'm guessing so. That just sucks all around, man. That really does. I'm so sorry for you. And sorry for the person who it happened to. Nobody should have to outlive their children, you know? Well, my mom didn't want me joining the military.
Won't even know what hit him.
Did we get that thing? No, god dang it, man. But for me, I vacillate, you know? Sometimes I feel like I'm about 55 or 60. And it's usually after like a hard day of like working in the yard. Not that day, but the next day, you know? Some days I wake up and I feel like I'm 20. I keep myself in good shape, I really do. do the cardiovasculars 2 times a week, lift weights 2 times a week. I'm not like super hardcore jacked, nor am I a marathon runner, but I have enough fitness in my life to, you know, not get winded when I climb stairs, and that's kind of my standard, right? So I do a bunch of that, and I feel like that contributes to, you know, feeling generally good.
That is not good.
Sometimes people ask me how I'm doing at work, and I say better than I have any right to. I feel like that describes, you know, describes where I'm at in life, how old I feel. I feel better than I have any right to. No complaints from me. Old, tired, worn out, in constant pain, and wondering when it will finally end. OJ, that was morbid, man. I'm the kind of guy who likes to find a giggle in everything. And, you know, though I know you're exaggerating, I am still very sorry to hear that come out of your mouth. Metaphorical now. Because you're an internet person that I've never met, but damn, man. I hope that, if that's only half true, I hope that it turns around. That blows. That was the thing a couple weeks ago you said you couldn't talk about. Oh, yeah. Yeah, of course you couldn't talk about that. Hill Home, you know, we're kindred spirits in that way. You are one of very few people who can understand why I say that. I feel like we can just leave it there if you want. You and me are both steps in that process, put it that way. Nice Overwatch through the rebar. I like that.
Missed.
Life is a biatch and then we die? You got it right, man. You're right, Hyper. That's the thing, though, you know? I take that you only live once thing to heart, and not, like, necessarily, you know, like, this means I should do dumb stuff because you only live one time. But my whole thing is, like, you know, there was a time in my younger days where I thought that I wanted to be, like, super jacked and, like, a big fitness guy, like, so I could, you know, like, flex on people and attract the ladies. And, I've since learned that, like, you know what? I like to eat food. I like to drink beer, you know? And I stay in good shape, but it doesn't change the fact that I still like to do both of those things. And if I spent every waking hour working out in the gym and doing nothing but, you know, drinking protein shakes, my life would suck. You know? So it's like, we're only here for a short time. I'm going to do the stuff that makes me happy. Now, I want to be on this earth for a good long time, so I'm going to make sure that happens. I'm not going to do the you know, pleasure-seeking behaviors all the time. But I'm going to do them enough to the point where I'm happy and enjoying myself and enjoying my life, you know? There's no point in not doing that. You can't deny yourself life's simple pleasures. Because at the end of the day, that's all we have. There is nothing else. There's nothing else. Some of us bank on there being, you know, something after life that will make the rigors of living worth it. And if that is what you do, you know, there's absolutely nothing wrong with that. Not only that, but, you know, live your life in that way, man. Let it be your call to action. Go for it. But as for me, you know, I don't even know what's going to happen tomorrow, right? So, if I can enjoy a nice cold beer on a Saturday night, off we go, my friend. I'm going to let it rip. Did I collect... I'm just sitting here talking my ass off. I'm like, did I collect that melt back there? Yes, I did. That's good. I'm glad I did that. But, I mean, somebody tell me if I'm speaking, you know, complete gibberish. Of course, I say that, right? But I'm putting myself through Long War again, an activity that I've told multiple people multiple times that I hate doing. Long War feels like a job sometimes. Especially because if I'm ever going to finish this campaign, I have to play it off stream. Serious question from you guys, those of you who still do remain. If I streamed Long War and if I just played this, right, and you didn't see my face or even hear me talking about it, would you even want to watch? Genuine question. Because there's, you know, there's nights I get home from work, I don't want to, like, you know, be seen by people. But I would play Long War just so people could see. I would just, it takes me no effort to click the start stream button, right? I try to provide a degree of entertainment to people, because if somebody wanted to watch a video game with silence, that's what YouTube is for. You don't need to see that live, right? That's why I don't do it. I told you all to Overwatch, not just some of them. Thanks. If the aliens want to come in one at a time, they're more than welcome to. I'm fine with it.
Shot wide.
I take no issue with that.
Negative damage.
Yeah, need the back and forth with chat. Yep, and I don't blame you a bit. Nicely done with the strike rifle. Maybe I was wrong about the strike rifle. It's funny looking at my Twitch career, quote unquote, you know. Our Twitch career. Speaking of, I still have no idea where Streamer X is. So there's one of two things. Like, I've slipped into some sort of Stephen King Twilight Zone type of like hell world, or something like happened to him, and I'm kind of actually scared it's that second thing. I don't know where he is, and I haven't heard from him. That scares me a bit. Because we are best friends and we live in the same city, kind of, mostly. So we see each other often. For me to hear nothing from him, I am a little weird. Yeah, I am a little weird, but I'm a little worried. Yeah, I hope he's okay too. You don't like silent streams either, D. Meyer? Yeah, that's the thing, is that when I grind XCOM, I like to watch TV shows or YouTube videos in the background, you know? So, you know, it's not like I could, like, it would still be work to me to stream that way. So, fair play. I appreciate everybody's input on that. Thank you. It means that I will not do it.
Another one bites the dust.
Yeah, I'm kind of worried about him, guys. I'm sure he's fine. He probably just, you know... He went to, like, a festival today. So... I am imagining that what happened was he was there all day. He was like out in the sun. It wasn't a very sunny day here where we are, but nevertheless, he probably just exerted himself a bunch, went home and went to sleep. Probably still snoozing, has no idea that he's missing the stream right now. That's my prediction.
Solid copy.
But it's still very weird for him not to respond to anything it is that I say or do.
On the move. Reloaded. Moving.
If and when I talk to him again,
Oh yeah.
when I talk to him again, I will tell him all that you missed him. I will tell him all. God dang. I will tell him that you all missed him.
Headed there now.
Yeah, I think that's what I think, Hyper. I think he just had a very exerting day and he's just tired.
Heading out.
And I have those a lot. I really do. I had one last Sunday, which is why we didn't do community night. So I went home and crashed. And I had to tell Ederville because I told him we might play multiplayer games last Sunday. I was like, listen, man, I can't. Too much.
I'm on the move.
But tomorrow we are going to play Repo. If any of you guys want to give it a shot. You would be required to speak. It is a very talky game. Tell him we made fun of him for napping? I can't do that, man. I can't throw stones when I live in a glass house myself. Am I really completely out of... No, I have one motion tracker left.
Roger, tracking.
Where was that last meld? Oh, it was all the way over there. I bet you it's on top of the ship somewhere. think it's only the outsider left.
On the move.
Napping is one of my favorite things in life. And that is the one thing that I regret, because I know I was just talking about you have to enjoy life's small pleasures and, you know, do things that make you feel good when you can. I do sleep a lot. When I can sleep. You know, I got it every day 9 to 5. So not like I just sleep all day, but I would if I could. Probably gonna spend a lot of my retirement just sleeping, you know. This morning I got up at 10:30 a.m. and I was like, I want to go back to sleep.
10-4.
Went to bed at midnight, woke up at 10:30, and I said, what if I just went back to sleep? Who would care? Almost did it too. Dangerous stuff. But I woke up in the afternoon.
10-4.
Yeah, right, OJ? There's a lot of advice I'd give my younger self, but that'd be one of them. Like, don't you ever complain about nap time again.
I don't think we're alone out here.
This is as far forward as I'll go without throwing the battle scanner.
Okay.
Marchando.
Let's see. Where do you guys think this thing's at?
Obteniendo mejor vista.
That looks like the primary power source for the alien craft.
Sure does, Dr. Shen. We have 2 of them back at the base, so I would hope that you know what it looks like.
I'd watch your
whatever.
fire down there. That equipment could be highly unstable.
Thursday night, you went to bed at midnight hoping to wake up early Friday, and you woke up at 5 a.m. But you were wide awake when it was time for work. Then that's a win, right?
Heading to that location.
Things are kind of weird like that.
On the move.
Because if you wake up out of a REM cycle, you'll feel refreshed and ready to go.
Moving out.
But if you wake up during a REM cycle, I don't know about you guys, but I just feel gassed the whole day. You know? And there's supposed to be like smartphone apps and stuff that can help you do that. Like wake up when you're out of a REM cycle. I don't buy it, you know? I don't buy that it could help me. Because sometimes they'll wake you up like an hour early, and it's like, how does getting less sleep really help me in the long run? You sure about that? If there's one thing that I'm resistant towards, it's change. Change is not for me. That'll last one more turn, won't it? Guess that's what we'll hope for.
I'm on the move.
We can take some shots with our snipers here. I don't want to move an inch. I'm afraid that move would trip. Would it? I'm not. Oh, but I do want to risk it. That's the thing.
Heading out.
I want to get as many people to that wall as possible, but you can't path out your moves. I think you can do that in XCOM 2, but you can't do it here.
Affirmative.
Can't do it here.
Moving.
Heading there now.
You're fighting to stay awake most of your shift. Yeah, that's exactly what I'm talking about, OJ. Exactly what I'm talking about.
Heading to that location.
You felt energized and ready to go for work, and then by lunchtime you're done, you know?
Got it.
I get a lot of leeway at work, but napping is the one thing I can't do when I'm there. So it is hard to get fired from my job for some reason. It shouldn't be if you know what I do.
On my way.
It should be very easy to get fired doing what I do. But for some reason, the place where I work is just extraordinarily hesitant to fire me. Oh, crap. I screwed that up, didn't I? Oh, that sucks. I thought I had 3 turns. I guess you only got 2 now. What can be done?
Aye, aye. Enemy spotted.
You didn't make a yellow move, did you? Okay, good. I was about to be very upset with you if you did that. We're going for the 1-turn kill. We've got 12 versus 1 here, so...
Heading to that location.
We fire people from the Assassin's Guild all the time, my friend. All the time.
Going out.
Mostly just due to, you know, cultural insensitivity. Sleep a lot when the weather's bad, Hyper? You know, I can't say that I'm necessarily the same.
Down.
I sleep a lot when I can sleep a lot. That's about how that works.
All in ass.
When I get the opportunity to sleep, best believe I'm going to do it. Man, that guy's hanging on, isn't he?
Hauling ass. Confirmed. Closing on target position.
They can't close combat me yet. Okay, so let's try to get this kill to somebody who needs advancement. Like a medic, for instance. Very nice. At least it's not a Monarch from XCOM 2. Wish I had any idea what you were talking about, to be honest. Never played XCOM 2. I wanted to finish XCOM 1. Remember the anal retentive thing? And then once I finished XCOM 1, I was like, well, I gotta finish Long War, because they built XCOM 2 based off of Long War principles, so it feels like I need to do this. Power of autism. Kind of thing it'll do to you, if you're not careful. 545.62. 554.65. Thanks, Boney Orlando. Really appreciate it. You're a valued member of this team. Valued! Allergies are acting up. Enjoy the rest of your evening in bed, Hyper Mega Man. Sleep well. Make sure you lurk. God knows we need it tonight. Tonight's dead, man. Started off bad, and it's going to end bad. It's how things are sometimes, though, you know? You gotta take the good with the bad. We don't have an Ultra Killer stream every night. I'm not a Twitch celebrity. Never claimed to be. It seems like it's really fun, D-Meyer. I've watched Hillhome play it a bunch. I would love to give it a shot. Someday I will. The fact that floors can blow up now scares me a lot, though. In XCOM 2. This seems like something that could give me a very hard time. I have 114 Alarium. Aren't I allowed to sell some? Wouldn't it be okay if I did? I don't think G Rainbow Monk is here to tell me no. I'm gonna do it. Blame Streamer X. It's the easy answer, isn't it? I mean, he's not here, and people watch this for Streamer X. They can't get enough of that guy. I don't blame him either.
I still don't understand why the aliens would be willing to go to all this trouble. What could they be after?
I don't know, Bradford. It's a mystery. One that we may never learn. Alright, where to buy a new interceptor? Probably here. Where is G Rambo? He's been in and out. He said he was out of town, so. Sneaky bastard. He didn't tell me he'd be out of town. If he did, then I would have played Crusader Kings tonight. Got back on with the Dwarf Dynasty that you love so much, you know? I love it too. I'm not, you know, it's not a knock on you. I love the idea. I want to keep going with it. Last stream left a bad taste in my mouth. When I do go back to the Dwarf stream, we have approximately 1 million defensive wars to parse out. That's going to be really fun. Just a blast. Dropped XCOM 2 because it was too easy. OJ. Wish I could be as Chad-like as you. You heard missions were timed. You trained by playing Terror from the Deep. Trying to complete every mission in under 10 turns. You just send everybody in with heavy weaponry to blow everything up all the time. Long War of the Chosen, D. Meyer, is a future trajectory for this channel. We're gonna get there. You know, I'm probably gonna be pretty gray by that time. Now, first Terror mission. They're really going for the full court press on North America. Joke's on them. I'm not putting anything there to begin with. I was hoping we would have our first Shiv by now. Are we anywhere close? Nope. Well, sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do. Terror mission might be the last one for tonight. I don't know. See, this period of the evening is kind of, what's the word? Very tentative for me, because sometimes when I stream, like, you know, past 10:30 into the 11 o'clock sort of range, people just randomly start raiding me. And then I can't stop. So, yeah. Don't know where I was going with that. This could be the last mission for tonight. Might not be. Depends. You know, if you get like a big raid and there's a bunch of people here, you can't just, you know, tell them you're not going to play video games anymore, right? It's impossible. Anyhow, I do need to use the latrine. So please grant me the courtesy of a couple of minutes, those of you who are still here with us. I'll be right back. I'm going to tell Bison Bites to raid me. How many viewers has he got right now? Because, you know, maybe I'm looking forward to turning the stream off. Did you ever think of that? Maybe, maybe not. I don't know. Go use a little streamer's room. I will. Everybody give me a couple minutes, okay? Let's all synchronize our bathroom use. I want you guys to be doing it at the same time as I am doing it. All in harmony, okay? I'll be right back.
Thanks for donating all those bits. It's kind of like Christmas in July.
Wash your hands.
Alright, I'm back. Sorry, I was almost back, and then I remembered I should wash my hands. Ederville, hey, how you doing, buddy? How was your Saturday evening going? Only be able to stay for a minute or two. Well, that's enough. You see, we got at least one taker for repo tomorrow, so, you know, take little victories when you can get them, right? That's what tonight's stream has been about. About savoring the little victories. Yeah, Lobster Jesus will join us at least, so I have a feeling that the other two people that I called out will likely, at least one of them will go for it. So, and you know what? If it's just going to be me and you, then it's going to be me and you against the world. Okay? I'd be happy to stand side by side with you in that. What is repo? Says D. Meyer. It's just a blatant ripoff of Lethal Company, with a little bit more functionality and things to do. You know, it's been big with some people. I like it better, but then, you know, neither game was really my cup of tea in the first place. But you gotta get out there. Every game is more fun when you play it with friends. That's the way it goes. Yeah, I saw, Ederville, that Kyborg got released. The full release, it was like this week, right? Finally get to get up on John Kyborg and see what he was lawfully or unlawfully imprisoned for in the murder jail, where he's got to fight roguelike battles to get out. I keep forgetting what was that guy's name that the Russian guy says again and again. It's great, whatever it is. And some of your spare streamer energy for good luck. I got plenty of it, my friend. May good luck be with you. But right now, I need all the good luck I can get, because this is our first terror mission. This is the first swarm we're ever going to have to deal with on this difficulty. So we are going to walk through the Valley of the Shadow of Death. Thank you, Ederville. Much appreciated. Enjoy your stream. D. Meyer, Kyborg is actually a very interesting game. I had fun with it. It's a third-person brawler, kind of like, you know, your God of Wars and Devil May Cries of the world. But also, it has a roguelike progression. So you fight, you know, increasingly more difficult battles. You level up your powers, and then when you eventually lose, you invest your stuff into new stuff. It's cool. I like it. I liked it. I don't know what the final price point ended up being. That's the thing. I don't know. I don't know how much I would pay for it, but I definitely watch Ederville play it. That is something you should do without being afraid of the consequences. Anyhow, we were looking at the barracks because we're going to want to send our A-team on this mission. We have anybody that should go who could benefit from us waiting a little while. Doesn't really look like it. Edgar Hilario is a pretty good Rocketeer. We could stand to wait 5 hours, perhaps. $22.49, great price point for that game. More than fair, in my opinion. I would have said $25 to $30. That's spot on. That's very good. Excuse me, I can't shoot down a UFO right now. I have to deal with a terror attack. Good grief. This game just stacks up on you real quick. Now is when we need to be careful, because we need to not have all of our planes in the plane garage.
We lost the bubble.
Ha! I re-engaged.
We're in pursuit.
It can be done, you just have to really try hard, I guess. I don't know.
No joy here.
No! Let me re-engage, damn you! Thank you.
Enemy is padlocked.
Oh! Nearly perfect! Come on, man! Ah, that hurts. Okay, well, let's deal with this. Let's deal with this terror mission. Hopefully we can deal with it. I'm gonna try. Can't really guarantee success. Terror missions are hard. This one's gonna be one of the harder ones. I bring as many snipers as I normally do. It is a terror mission. We're gonna be on the move. Hellhound's gotta come. No way around it. Probably, we're definitely going to need 2 engineers. Because we're just going to be shooting a lot of... I was going to say shooting a lot of rockets, which engineers don't do. Might surprise you to learn that. Just rocketeers that end up shooting. Crazy, right? We're going to have to gun down approximately 16 billion chrysalids. We're going to need all of the heavy ordnance we can possibly bring to achieve that objective. Who do we not have at this point? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We don't have a infantry. Infantry are going to be what we need here. Yeah. Billskins is not bad from a health standpoint, but let's face it. If any of these guys comes face to face with a chrysalid, it's game over right now. We can't survive that. What brings you Rainbow Monk? Your Rainbow Monk's mine, so... Never a credit. The scout, perhaps? Who should we bring? Another assault, maybe? We're going to have a lot of chrysalids to shoot. I can only imagine there's probably going to be a bajillion. It's just a rough estimation. Well, there's no use in bringing an assault right now. Not leveled up. A shotgun scout could do the same job, as well as many other additional jobs. Okay. Probably want to keep that AP grenade. We're gonna run into gobs of chrysalids. Heaps of lids. Everybody probably ought to carry an AP grenade, honestly. Just don't see why that would be a bad idea. I forget, if you flashbang a chrysalid, can it not run as far as it normally could? I feel like I heard that somewhere before, but I might be wrong. Did I just make that up? Possible. Make up a lot of stuff, man. You need the motion tracker, friend. Not gonna get very far with that one. Alright, we're gonna rock and roll with these guys. We might get our asses kicked. Could be the end of Longhorn. Stronghorn. Which is what this game is. Guess we'll all find out together, won't we? Let's go.
Dropship has arrived.
The drop site for this operation will be in Canada. We've gotten reports.
Oh man, really?
In a densely populated
I hate this map for terror missions. It is ungodly small.
further civilian casualties.
The only small blessing we might get is, because it's so small, we might be able to save one civilian instantly. I mean, we'd have to rescue all 16 of these guys to even stand a chance of Canada staying in the project. I can tell you right now, that's not going to happen. Not even close. If we get 5 civilians rescued in this thing, I'd say we're doing pretty good. That guy might be the only one.
Solid copy, Big Sky. Strike One has been given the green light. Your highest priority is to protect.
Oh, goodness. That's just not... That's not great. This is not great. None of this is great. Why are all these people on the overpass? Oof. This could be trouble, ladies and gentlemen. Trouble with a capital T. That rhymes with C. That stands for Christmas.
Moving to position.
Oh, there's just no good way to go about it, is there? We gotta make sure we get one of these guys. And there's a very good possibility they could all just be gunned down in one turn. I don't want to engage aliens, but I'm not sure what choice I have other than giving them a more attractive target to shoot at. I suppose if I can't see them, they might not fire at civilians. No, that's not true. That's stupid. Why would I ever say something like that? I have to roll the dice on just how fucked we are, I guess.
Heading there now.
The way this is looking, we might be looking at a no civilian situation. And that's just not awesome.
Headed there now.
I'm not feeling very cash money
Kids
there.
are in the back seat. Me dirijo allí.
Joker time.
On the move.
The ablative sieves. Yeah. It's a good way to put them. They help reduce my incoming damage, that's for sure.
Aye, aye, Commander.
Roger, Dodger.
Okay, what's gonna happen, I wonder? Maybe the aliens will just wander in here, shoot no civilians. Ooh, nice!
They got me flanked.
That's just a lovely reaction shot.
I'll get him next time.
Full damage, 31% chance. Alright, here they come. Good God! Would you look at what's going on over there? Yo, when did the chrysalids get so scared? Oh! Oh, we're so fucked. I hope that one of the civilians can find a good place to hide, because we're not getting any of them. That ain't gonna happen. One of the civilians is just gonna have to run real good, and hopefully be out of attack range. Yeah, this map for a terror mission, right? Especially in this new variety of XCOM.
On the move.
13 health chrysalid. Run that by me again. Make it all make sense.
Grenade out.
That's what they call a big yikes fan. Even a mega yikes, perhaps. Well, we can't not shoot a rocket, right? Why we brought them. Just do me a favor and don't punt this into the ground directly in front of yourself, okay? Yeah, it's okay to shoot civilians. It's fine.
Firing rocket.
Nice! Oh, yeah, that was good. Real good. Real good stuff there, Matthew Murdoch. Appreciate your extraordinary skill in getting that one done.
Going hot.
I think we just killed 2 civs with that. Yes, we did. Absolutely did. here. Move to there.
Okay.
If you are here, you should not be there. You should be here. This is just bad times.
Closing on target.
Just don't see anything good going on here at all. Not a war crime if no one reports it. Yeah, good news for us, the only witnesses are dead, so...
Okay.
Those guys don't know what they might have seen XCOM doing. See, I know better. I know there's chrysalids behind this guy that I can't see. I'm smarter. I'm not smarter. Not only was that dumb, but it didn't even work. Get rid of the threats that you can deal with first, right? Okay, we've killed all the chrysalids that we could see. Dare we even take cover here? I just feel like that's asking for it. I really do. Really, really do. Not sure what the alternative is. Should have a sniper with a smoke grenade around. Where's roast beef at? I know I brought him. There he is. Yep, that's what we're gonna do. We'd have to forego his shot here, which sucks, but...
I'm rolling.
This is just rough to deal with 3 pods all at once on a fucking terror mission. Hold me now, because I'm 6 feet from the edge. And I'm thinking. Maybe 6 feet ain't so far down. Group of very wise people said something along those lines.
Heading out.
Okay, let me throw the smoke grenade before I forget to. That is something I'd forget to do. That will keep at least some of XCOM safe. Okay, Van Dorn's got the holo targeting, but it'd be just nice to hit this outright, wouldn't it? Oh yeah!
Who's moving down there?
That helps so much. That is such a big help. Now, would it be possible to get a nice 5 damage little deal here? Well, you're going to shoot once and then get out of the way, I think. Would have been extra cool if you would have hit that shot.
Roger that.
Makes me sad you didn't. Deborah can't see anybody. I just don't think we can risk being flanked and in the smoke. Not worth it, friend.
Moving out.
Go get the hard cover of a nice car door there. You'll feel much better about life. There's just not a good shot that Hellhound could take from there that would make doing what I was thinking of doing worth it. So we're just going to stop thinking about that. I'm going to bring the sign back that said, do not dumb here, not dumb area here. Okay, as far as first turns go, there are worse ones. I promise you there are also much better ones. Oh, give me a break here, man! Already with the bullshit. 31%! You killed Ray McSriff! When there was civilians just waiting to get shot by you. 2 31% shots, man. Make it make sense. You've got to. Because I can't reconcile it on my own. Good gravy, man. What was I supposed to do? Tell me how it could have been done better. I'm listening. Taking honest feedback and suggestions. You got something to say. Say it now. Because if you're going to hold your peace, you better hold it forever. Let's see what happens when I take two 46% shots. Not only did I not kill one of the aliens, I didn't do any damage at all! You tried not getting shot, bribed your rainbow monk, all good ideas. It just hurts to lose in that way. That's all I'm saying. Not about the losing, just about the methodology.
I'll get it next time.
Gotta finish this too. No other word accurately summarizes how I feel about it.
Approaching target now.
I'll think about it. I'm gonna think about it. Think about a lot of things, but that's gonna be one of them for sure. All they needed was two 31% shots, and the whole world belongs to them at this point. But God forbid, I try to kill one floater, which we haven't done yet. Oh no! No, sir. Not one. Let it sink in. Really think about it. Shoot another rocket? What for? I just want to see what I'm rolling on these numbers. I really do. This is juiced for the aliens. I feel like that's, you know, not up for debate necessarily. Now these guys have an all-you-can-shoot civilian buffet. Do it, free smoke. It's tempting. It's tempting to not die. Very tempting. Very tempting to not die. But it's even more tempting just to shoot this alien. And it was all for nothing. Got me nothing in the end. Tried so hard and got so far, and in the end, it doesn't even matter. Oh, these guys are hella exposed now, aren't they?
Drinks are on me.
If you live that long, Pete. We're just not having a good go of it at the moment. That guy just sat there in Overwatch, so I can appreciate that course of action. But in the end, you're still just a rat in the cage. Yeah, something like that. I think that's how that goes. So, that brings our total rescued civilian count up to still 0. Very epic. Fucking excuse you. Are you serious? This game, man. It really will do you like that. This game just goes in raw with no lube, and it doesn't apologize. Can you rescue negative civilians? No, I think I did when I killed 2 of them. I might take a pistol shot from there. I haven't decided yet. Oh yeah, of course you can't see from there. Why would you be able to? When that one tile there is a flank, but this is not. Of course. It makes perfect sense.
Good to go.
Perfect sense. It's oh so logical. XCOM never apologizes. I just prefer that it used protection. This guy's just going to back up so I can't see him. But we still have none civilians, which is a huge problem. Or lubrication. Yep, nope, no such thing. Nothing to make it easier on you.
Aye, aye, Commander.
Yeah, I think we're going to have a 0 here. This would suck if it was in one of our... one of the countries we actually have satellites in. Thankfully, it's not. And North America already lost a program. Gotta find the silver linings where they exist. Oh, you could shoot. That would have been good to know a little while ago. %10 chance. Let's do it! That's XCOM, baby! Woo! Gotta love it. You really do. What else is there to do? Laughing is the only option. That was all your luck. Yeah, now it's gone.
It's kind of like Christmas in July.
Thanks for the cheer, D. Meyer. Cheers to you as well, friend. Oh wait, did another turn just pass? Shit, did another turn just pass and I just wasted one on an Overwatch? Damn it. Damn it, damn it, damn it. Okay, well we need to get out there. You're gonna be the one. Where is that next? There's a floater that we can't see, and it's scaring the ever-loving crap out of me at the moment.
Location confirmed.
I mean, it's either here or it's there, right? I don't think it's there. We gotta get up there. We have to start moving as if that one floater is not around somewhere.
Moving to position.
Roast Beef, you're gonna stay right there, buddy, so you don't die as well. I'm not trying to add you to the death toll.
Orders confirmed. Moving in.
Moving to designated position.
Confirm coordinates.
The floater's like right over here, and it just comes over the edge and
Heading to that location.
crits Van Dorn to death. Calling it now! Calling it now. I don't quite want to make that. Almost. We gotta get to moving. No other thing for it now.
Hello? Who's out there?
I was almost there. I know what that clip is. Thank you, OJ. I appreciate you clipping it. Just an extraordinary moment. Okay, that floater is somewhere over here. That is good. We just need to go grab that civilian. Enough messing about. Off we go. The mission is not a complete failure. I repeat. The mission is not a complete failure. Things can only go upwards from here. Hey, Van Dorn, can you look a little? You can see. You can see. See that guy. See him with your special eyes. You can see that man. If you really believe in yourself. If you try. Try with all of your heart.
Already there.
If you save one, then the others will be... You'll be expected to save the others too. Yeah, it's like if you give a mouse a cookie, you know? What, you all want to get on the Sky Ranger? Come on. Give me a break. Everybody wants back rubs. What, you want us to stop at McDonald's on the way home? What else can we do for you?
Heading out.
Like we're some kind of civilian valet service. $75%. No, you don't have to hit that. It's okay. It's not like people's lives are on the line or anything. Don't worry about it. When you decide that you're ready to go. Epic. 10% pistol shot, A-OK. No problems there. 75% rifle shot, might as well be 0. I forgot that Van Dorn even has that line. That's awesome. What the fuck? There is no way that was it. Are you joking? Run that one by me again. Swarming. Strong War. Terror Mission. 3 pods, 12 aliens. What the fuck? You know, every time you think that the game can't surprise you, it figures out a new and fun way. To do just that. I'm baffled. That mission was just evocative of literally everything this game is. The aliens hit 231% shots to kill one of my engineers. I killed a floater with a 10% pistol shot, and there was 12 aliens on a swarming terror mission. And we would have rescued 15 out of 18 civilians if I didn't kill 2 of them. I don't know what else to say about that, frankly. Rest in peace, Remix Riff. Leave your life for the cause. I don't know what else to say. $538.70? $542.76. All right. Yeah, see, here's the thing, right? D. Meyer, like, if they were just injured and not dead, XCOM insurance would have had to pay out more. That's why we just went straight up and killed him. Something, something, that's XCOM Strong War, baby. Boy, it sure is. I feel like we experienced the opposite ends of the extremes of XCOM Strong War pretty much as strongly as they could be felt in both directions. So for for somebody who's never experienced Strong War, you probably got a treat out of it. But I've only got 6 viewers right now, so the answer to that question is there was nobody who got to enjoy that.
I have something else in mind.
That fun little thing that just happened. But it's okay. It's like you guys are part of like a secret club, All right, epic, very good. Yeah, I think it's gonna do it for tonight. I'm gonna end this on a baffling and incoherent note. I've had it back. Anyway, thank you, OJ Pete and D Meyer. Hillholm was here, but he had to go do his own stream. And speaking of, we are probably going to go see him right now. He's playing that Oblivion remake, so go say hey to him. I would only ever raid him so pathetically because he can understand. Like to have more than 6 people to raid with typically. But after I get off of here, I'm going to get G Rainbow Monk needs to explain. He's got a lot of explaining to do. He is like Ricky Ricardo at this moment. Or no, he's like Lucy, right? Anyhow. Rest well, see me another stream. Yep, we'll be streaming tomorrow night, doing a little repo. If you want to get in on that repo action, you can. We'll have voice chat going on the Discord. It'll be a good time. The next Thursday will be indie requests and trash. Saturday will be XCOM again, and we'll just keep doing this until I drop dead. So, good night, everybody. May the force be with you guys. We'll see each other soon. Bye-bye, and thank you. Thank you all.